10 years ago, I won my first North Carolina state championship as a sophomore in high school. I went on that following year to place second my junior year and regained the title my senior year, becoming a two-time state champion. But of course, that first one is always special, and I can still remember the exact feeling that I had when I threw my hands in the air, knowing the hard work had paid off. Through that experience, I gained a lot of knowledge and learned a lot about myself and a lot about what it takes to win at that level. In this video, I'm going to give you a couple pieces of advice that I learned from my experience that you can implement into your daily routine and training so that you can get closer to achieving that goal of becoming a state champion this year. My first piece of advice is to put your goals where you can see them. And if you haven't already written out your goals, then you need to do that. Start right there. The first thing you need to do is write your goals from smallest to biggest. Smallest being something that you know that you have a great chance to obtain this season, and build to the things that you know that you're going to need more focus, more discipline, more drive, and it's going to take a lot more effort for you to achieve those bigger goals. The reason I do it this way is because as you start to achieve those smaller goals, your confidence starts to build and you feel ready and you understand and know that you've put the work in to achieve those bigger goals. Now, once you've done all that, that's great. You need to put it up somewhere you can see it. For me, I put it up in my mirror in my bathroom. So every time that I went to go to the bathroom or at the end of the night when I was getting ready for bed, I saw those goals. And especially in those moments where maybe I was doubting or, not feeling the strongest in those moments, those were the moments that I needed to see that and to remind myself of the direction that I was going in. So place that wherever it is, whether it's in your mirror, whether it's in your room, whether it's, I've heard of people that place it above them and on their ceiling as they woke up, and then they could see what their goal was that year. Just make sure that it's somewhere where you're going to see it every single day. My second piece of advice to you is to embrace the tough matches, embrace the challenge. And this one I'm dedicating to the coaches just as much as the athletes, because I think as coaches we need to make sure that we are encouraging our athletes to go out there and to chase the challenge. Sometimes I can see coaches, pulling their athletes back because they're trying to, save them to get a better seeding or get a better ranking. To me, there really is no quote-unquote better seeding or ranking. Your goal is to be the best in state. So you want to be able to beat any of those guys, whether they're the number 1 seed or whether they're the number 10 seed. If you're thinking like this, then you're not placing yourself in the best position. The best position is to be ready to wrestle the best guys and to beat them. So don't hold yourself back during season and avoid wrestling those bigger, tougher matches or tougher tournaments, because they're going to be a training ground and give you so much experience and lessons onto what you need to do, what you need to change, what you need to adjust, especially right now in January with this being a pivotal month. If you wrestle a guy that you're going to wrestle in the state championships, then you're going to know a lot more information that you wouldn't have known otherwise going into the state championship. You'll know what you need to do, where you're at. You'll know, hey, maybe I don't need to change or adjust anything. I'm doing everything the right way, and I just need to keep focused and keep doing that. Or maybe you come short and you realize, hey, I need to make some adjustments here, and that's going to help me win this kind of match that I need to win to become a state champion. My third piece of advice for you is to trust your coaches. Trust the people that are around you, that are going to help you get to where you're trying to go. When we're wrestling, we tend to have more of a narrow mind because we're focused match by match, because we have to be. We can't be looking too far ahead. We got to be focused on our match. Now, our coaches, they have a different role. They can see a broader view of the season, where you're at right now, and where you're going to be. In boxing, one of the most pivotal times is when your boxer comes from the round finishes, and they come into the corner. That's 1 minute where the coach, gets to let them know, hey, you need to change, adjust, do this, no more of this, more of that. They get to give those adjustments in that 1 minute break that can change the whole course of a fight. The same thing is true when we're wrestling. When we go back to our practice room after a tournament or a match or whatever it is, that's when we need to make sure that we're really listening to our coaches, asking the right questions, and trying to make sure that we're trusting them in the process and not trusting ourselves. If you're too big-headed, you have a big ego, you're going to fall on your face. You might find some success at first, but eventually you're going to fall on your face and realize that, hey, I can't do this alone.
Calves on three, calves on three. 1, 2, 3, calves!
Number 4 is an absolutely crucial one. Make sure you're putting in the extra work that your opponents are not willing to do. Whatever it is, you need to find that thing you do that you believe that nobody else is doing, at least not in your way. One of the things that I would do when I was in high school is I made sure that every day after practice I did 100 pull-ups, 10 sets of 10. No matter what was going on, I went and I did my pull-ups, and that for me gave me the extra edge, not just physically but mentally. I felt like I was doing more than my opponent, because most of the time most wrestlers are going in, they're doing practice, and then they're leaving. You're staying after practice and you're doing extra work. That's going to add up. That's going to materialize the closer you get to the state championship. Another thing is, waking up and getting those morning workouts, those morning runs. That's something that I would make sure that I did to, again, try to give me that extra edge. I wanted to make sure that my cardio and my conditioning was in a place where I knew that I wasn't going to get tired. So make sure you're doing those extra little things that are going to give you the edge when it comes time to wrestle those crucial matches. My last and final piece of advice that I'm going to give you is you need to make sure that you're enjoying the process. Yes, our goal is to become a state champion, but whether you win or lose, the main goal of wrestling is to become better, to become a better wrestler and to become a better person, most importantly. And so if you're doing the right things, if you're really committing and dedicating yourself to the sport and to bettering yourself, then you're doing everything that you need to do. And at the end of the day, the results don't define us. The vision is more important than the outcome. And if you believe in the vision, the outcome eventually will come. But even if it doesn't, you are becoming better, you are becoming a better person, and you committed yourself to becoming a better person. That is the vision. Being a state champion is just a stepping stone along the way. And I just want to say that it's never too late to change your life and to change the way that you're going at this sport. Right now, we're in January, and if you're trying to win a state title, it's not too late to go ahead and change that by whatever time you're watching this, whether it's in season or not. Because again, yes, the goal is to win a state title, but the bigger goal is to become a better version of ourselves so that we can be better equipped for life and know how to handle whatever challenges life throws at us. So it's never too late to change. Change your life now, and you will thank yourself in the future. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if there's any other advice that you might add to the conversation. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video, and if there's anything I need to work on, please let me know that as well. Please make sure you remember to subscribe, like, and share. I'm going to keep making more and more videos like this. I've got a lot of things that I want to talk about, a lot of discussions that I feel like aren't really being having here on YouTube and the online conversation. So I'm really excited for that, and I can't wait to dig deeper into becoming a better wrestler and to becoming a better individual, and how the sport can help shape us to do that. So thank you guys again, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys soon. Peace.